needing a 3 at the end. Did you get what you wanted there?
We had two options on that play. I thought we had time. I think the possession before that, we had a decent look. Hopefully we were looking to get a little bit more than the shot that we got at the end.
Who was it drawn up for? I'm sorry.
I had two options on that play.
Either Tobias or Aaron looked like?
I don't really like to divulge my options on my plays. Come on now.
Well, it was in front of 15,000 people. So.
I might use it again. But we did have two options on the play.
To rally from 19 back-to-back tough circumstances and then not come through at the end, how much does that sting? How hard you guys played in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think you give a lot of credit to the guys who came off the bench. You know, we were searching to get a combination out there that was going to help us win tonight, and there were a lot of guys that came off the bench and gave us great efforts. So, you know, at the end of the day, you want to see a number in the win column, but there was a lot gained from the night from guys who helped us.
When you were up 5, up 3, you had a couple of turnovers. Is that the point where you've got to get to the point where you can extend that lead out to 7, 8, 10?
Or just take care of it, even if you don't score. You know, what you don't want are turnovers in that situation, but learning opportunities for us. I think you get put in that situation and you learn from it.
Talk about the way Lamb played for you off the bench, season high in points. It looked like he played with a lot of confidence.
He did. He came into the game, and what he did, he was aggressive. You know, he ended up fouling out, but I think a lot of his fouls were trying to do the right thing, playing with aggression, and you know, he made shots. That always helps.
Jacque, it seems like Tobias is more energetic since the beginning of that West Coast trip. He certainly seems much more vocal on the court. Are you seeing the same thing? And if so, what's the cause of that?
I think overall, Tobias' nature, he's a very vocal individual. And what I do think you see is different points of the game. He's trying to encourage his teammates. He's trying to lift them up, whether we're winning or losing. I think that shows a lot about his character and who he is. And, but he's a guy who's tried to lift up his teammates from day one.
You talk about Victor's play. He got into early foul trouble, and yet he seemed to shrug that off as if it never happened.
He really did, Ken. He got to the bucket for us tonight, got to the free throw line. You know, he played with that group that really got us back into the game. High level of energy and you know, get up and down the floor. You know, they made mistakes. That's a part of the game. I don't ask any guy to be perfect. The guys played through some mistakes, and he was one of the guys that led that charge.
Do you think lost in last night's game was that second unit? They 34 points in the fourth quarter. I think they made 13-17, and that's the same unit that brought you back tonight. You think you may have kind of found something with that group?
Well, I just think those guys have they want to play. They put in the work and they practice hard. They do extra work, and they know how I am. I've talked to them about day one of being ready when your opportunity presents itself. The last two nights, they've had opportunities to play, and they sure have taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
There were periods there, especially in the first 11 minutes of the third quarter, and then in the second quarter, where the team seems a little bit lethargic. How much of that, if any of it, was a result of last night's game and the late arrival?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I can't look inside the guys' bodies and see if they're lacking nutrients to play the game. When they put on their uniforms and they tie their shoes, I expect them to play, and that's what they do for a living. And tonight we had to find guys off the bench who needed help as far as putting 5 guys on the floor.
Is Aaron not getting to his sweet spot, so it's just another target of a scouting report again that he's been seeing?
Well, he's going to continue to see it. I think they played him pretty tough last time. They put whether or not they were double teaming him or denying him the basketball. So again, they were pretty aggressive with trying to get the ball out of his hands, and he'll continue to face that as the year goes on.
else?